Right guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. In this one I'm just going to be showing you how to swap out your SRAM Rival 11 speed double crankset for a Shimano 1x GRX crankset. So let's go ahead, let's take a look. So here we have the current setup, SRAM Rival as you can see, double with a GXP threaded bottom bracket. So what we'll do is we'll swap this out for the Holotech 2 bottom bracket with a single 1x GRX chain set. So the first thing we need to do is remove the chain, because we won't be using it, because we're obviously going with a 1x setup anyway, so we're putting a new chain on. So first thing to do is look for your master link, or your quick link, pair of pliers like so. Just get either side of it, then hold the chain, just squeeze that together, like that to release the link. And take the two ends off like that. So obviously we'll be fitting a new one on a brand new chain anyway. And then remove your chain out of the way. So here we are on the left hand crank arm. Now on this, see SRAM Rival this is, 11 speed. But it could be the same on your one. Just depends on what you've got basically. So this one removes from this side. So what you're looking at is there's a cover on the outside with a hex in the middle, an Allen key in the middle. So the one in the middle there on the outside is a 10mm, and that's just a cover on there, so you don't remove that, the one you're looking at there. What you need to do is, in behind there is another one, and that's an 8mm, so that just goes right through the middle and then inside. And effectively when you undo the one on the inside, it obviously pushes against this cap on the outside, and then that just removes your arm off of there, so it's like a self-extracting arm basically, crank arm. So you're looking at the one which is an 8mm down through the middle to undo. Now if you haven't had yours undone before, these can be very tight to get off. So what you're best off getting is a good size breaker bar, a couple of foot long at least, to undo it with, and you may have to obviously put this on the floor and then get somebody to hold the other side arm, or put it down when you're going to undo this one, because it's anti-clockwise. So when you're going to undo this one, put something under this arm here, like if your spike's standing on the ground, rest something under here, like a block of wood under there, off of the ground, so it doesn't move when you're undoing this, because these, like I said, these can be extremely tight to undo if you've never had it apart before. So we'll go ahead, we'll get that cracked undone. So I'll just show you how to undo that. So what I've got is the arm there is resting on a block of wood, obviously so it doesn't damage the arm, and then you've got more force you can put on that then. Obviously the bike's on the ground, and you can hold the bike and then undo this, your bar, anti-clockwise. So like I said, they're very tight if you've never had it apart before. So now we've got it initially cracked undone, then what we can do is get a ratchet on there and wind that out, and it'll pull the arm off. So there we have the arm removed like that. Say inside you can see there's the thread of the one that's on the inside. So like I said, you don't remove that cap, that's just a cap on there. It's the one inside there you're after. So that's why that goes in there like that. And when you turn it, see it turns, you'll be turning that one on the inside like that. It goes through the middle. So there we have the chain set removed there. So now we go ahead and get the bottom bracket out, the GXP out. So what we do is undo the GXP from this side first, from the right hand side. So this is clockwise to undo it, so it's opposite thread. So as you see there, the tool goes on there like that. Now this happens to be the Shimano Holotech 2 bottom bracket. This just happens to be the RS500 one. So as you see, that one fits in there exactly the same. So if you got one of these, then it fits the tool fit on there and on there, just in case you was wondering. But it won't fit all of them, obviously. Some of them are different. So just get that on there. If you got one that accepts a ratchet, you can put a spanner on there, whatever. But this one's, like I said, is clockwise to undo it. So you just thread that one out all the way to remove it, and then we'll do the left hand side. So to show you, the bottom bracket we just removed is absolutely had it. So on the left hand side, this is anti-clockwise to undo it, so just normal thread on this one to undo this, just to get the cup out. So we just remove this one out, and then we can clean up the bottom bracket area thoroughly, and then we can install the Hollowtech 2 bottom bracket. So we need to clean up all those threads and everything in there, make sure they're all clean. Then we'll grease it up before we install the bottom bracket in there. So we got the bottom bracket cleaned up there. There's your bottom bracket, Hollowtech Shimano. So it's got a right, an R on it for right hand side. So that's the right hand side where your chainring is going to be. So put this side in first. So I'm going to put some extra grease on this bottom bracket, threads and everything here, because this is a steel frame. So you can put some extra around there as well, just to help it. Won't do any harm, especially if it's steel. And then we can do is put this through. So we can start it off by hand. And this is obviously anti-clockwise, like that. Is threading it in. So we just thread it in like that. This one's going all the way in, looks like it by hand. So get that in there like that, and then just nip it up with the tool and tighten that up like so. And then we'll do the same on the opposite side, left hand side. So same thing applies to this side. You put a bit of grease on the cup, and then make sure you start it off by hand. See, this side is normal thread, so it's clockwise, it's tightening it up. So just get that started, make sure it's going in right. It's not cross threading or anything. And wind that in, and then we tighten it up with the tool. So there's the left hand side installed there. Obviously you can torque that up to the manufacturer's spec on both sides as well. So here we have the 1x GRX there, as you can see. So what we'll do is we'll put it through, obviously from the right hand side, and we slide it through till it comes out this side. There's no spacers or anything. This is 68mm bottom bracket shell. Just slide that all the way through like that till it stops on the end, so it's all the way in. Now we're ready to put the crank arm on this side. Just put extra bit of grease on there, stop it getting stuck on there. So with the left hand crank arm, what you want to do is make sure that piece of plastic there is just stuck up proud of the arm. Make sure yours is before you install it, because it won't go on otherwise. Then obviously put it opposite to the right hand arm, and then slide it on like that. And then what you want to do is, with the nut that goes on the end, on there, plastic nut, we need is an installation tool like that for the Holotech 2, so it goes on there, the nut, and just thread that in. What you want to do is don't over tighten this, because obviously you're going to put too much load on the bearings. If you do that up, if you put like a spanner on there or a socket and tighten that right up, you're just going to ruin the bottom bracket. So you just want to do that up by hand. Only about just over a Newton meter of torque on that to do it up anyway, so there's not a lot on it. So when you've done that up, obviously we can check it later and make sure there's no play in the arm or anything. But once you've done that up by hand, then you push down that plastic tab that's sticking up, so as it's, push it down so it's flush with the arm, and then with your two 5mm Allen keys, hex heads, we can do those up a bit at a time. So you just go side to side and do those up, and then what we do is we torque those up. So just nip them up like that, then we go ahead and torque those to the spec. So that's 12 to 14 Newton meters roughly on those, the torque. So we've got those torqued up. Now what you want to do is grab hold the arm on the end and rock it backwards and forwards, pushing in and out like that, to feel if there's make sure there's no play in it, like that. So there shouldn't be, if you installed it correctly, shouldn't be any play in it at all. Shouldn't feel any. So that's that installed there. And then all you got to do is obviously size your chain and put your chain on. So if you found the video helpful, if you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more cycle related content. Till next one, ride safe and I'll see you then.